So Ben Lynch, for the Scandinavian audience, could you tell us a little bit about who you are, so that they know who you are, what you're doing, your amazing job here on planet Earth?
Well, thank you. Yeah, so I'm a naturopathic physician and I have a degree in cell molecular biology. And my focus these days is understanding how lifestyle, diet, the environment, and how our mindset affect our genetics and how they express. And we develop tools to allow doctors to apply these things in a scientific model and prove with research, and then also do as much mapping as we can so they can assist the patient on an enzymatic level. And it's appearing to be very, very effective for people.
And I've seen you in tears on stage, and many of the speakers as well. Why is this so important to you? Why does it mean so much?
You want me in tears again? Well, because our planet is getting more and more toxic, and as a result, children are being born with 200 chemicals in their blood at birth. So they're immediately born dysfunctional. And then the environment continues to stress them. And so we're seeing autism on the rise. We're seeing cancer on the rise. Children are dying before their parents, and it's only getting worse, and it's not getting better. So we have to make a difference. And I believe if we understand the mindset, the environment, and the toxins, we can clean up the future parents' health, then these babies will not be born with 200 chemicals in their cord blood. They'll be born with a chance. They'll be healthier. And the autism rise will actually decline, and we'll see actually healthy people as a result.
So when patients come into your office, or you hear about patients coming into office with ALS and autism and all these chronic diseases, and they're normally given medicines, or the sentence is nothing we can do. What's your take that's so much different?
Well, I don't look at disease names. I mean, standard medicine and a lot of physicians still to this day, or health professionals in general, a disease is merely a sign that there's something going on by the body. It's a cell danger response that we need to take care of. I don't look at it as a disease. I look at it, the body is doing something to protect it. And so and the people who are suffering from conditions like ALS or fibromyalgia or chronic fatigue or recurrent miscarriage, these are signs that there's dysfunction. And if we look at the foundations and their function on an enzymatic level, and we can restore these things, and we can, then people will stop saying there's nothing we can do about it, which is affecting their mindset, which is affecting their stress, which is making them worse. And instead they'll say, wow, there actually is hope. We can actually see these things on a biochemical scientific level. It's not quackery, and we can make a difference, and that hope is going to drive even further positive change, and we're going to see really amazing results, and we already are.
So in my country, personally, my son was pulled out from autism using the same tools that you're teaching. And in my country, we often hear that detoxification is unnecessary, and the body will take care of it naturally, just eat a good diet. What's your response to health authorities and experts saying this at this time of age?
Well, again, it's all proven in the science. I mean, I don't do any of the scientific work. All I do is merely connect scientific research. So that we have to thank the thousands and thousands of researchers who give us the science. So statements like this from experts is ridiculous, and you have to follow the money. And where's the money coming from? I mean, I don't mean to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but in reality, it's follow the money. We have the answers, but nobody is bringing the answers from the research to making it clinically applicable for doctors. And so detoxification is an absolute essential. I mean, why would autism be on the rise? Why would children be dying earlier? And why would cancer be on the rise if detoxification wasn't important? Just absolutely important.
So, so I wanted to know, from your point of view, what's the main concern right now for you, for the people that are getting sicker and sicker and sicker?
My main concern is they're getting the wrong information. Marketing and TV commercials and these things like pink, it's October now, and October is all about the pink ribbon. And that is the wrong message.
The cancer campaign.
Right, here in the United States.
Yeah.
And to me, that is raising money for a fake cause there is no cure for cancer. The cancer is a metabolic disease, and it's a progression. So my main concern is that people are getting the wrong information. So it is my mission to get people the right information. And we have conferences like this, and people such as yourself, thank you for coming from Scandinavia. It allows us to become global, which allows them to get access to the right information.
So you say cancer is not a disease, and ALS is not a disease?
It is not a disease. It's a progression that is caused over time by a deeper and deeper dysfunction. And it's being caused by children being born with 200 chemicals in their blood, which is already setting them up for dysfunction. And then they add in the other compounds of formula and genetically modified foods, antibiotics without probiotics, increased stress from the environment, chemicals in the environment, and it just keeps going. And that additive over time, it just becomes a really big problem. And so that's the issue. ALS is a bucket. Fibromyalgia, these are just terms so doctors can label them and follow an algorithm to treat them. So if we remove those algorithms and say, look, you can't think right now, you have you have pain, you're irritable, so we know that all these things and what they do biochemically and how they're caused, so we can reverse engineer how it started. And if we do a timeline for patients, when you were born and onward, we can see what happened biochemically and reverse at each step. At some point, it is too late, and it's unfortunate, but we try to catch it early.
Okay, and there's so many women who have a tough time getting pregnant, and they are getting into hormonal treatments. What's your take on that? Do you think it's a good idea?
So women are getting pregnant utilizing hormone therapies?
Yeah.
So many women are utilizing hormone therapies, and hormonal therapies, if you see hormones across the board being depleted or irregular, that to me is a sign of a environmental impact, typically mold or heavy metals or chronic stress or overall nutrient depletion, and these things will affect the hormones. So when women are forcing pregnancy with hormones, then we are not addressing the main problem. And if you force a pregnancy, what's going to happen? What's going to happen is you're going to force that pregnancy in a somewhat toxic environment for that developing baby. And then that baby will be born from and absorbing those toxins, and it'll be genetically inferior as well. And that's the problem. So instead of forcing pregnancy utilizing hormones, we need to understand why the hormones are off, and again, reverse engineer the problem and provide them the nutrients and remove the environmental components that are affecting those things.
Okay. And why do we get fat, in your opinion?
Why do we get fat, from my opinion? Many reasons, but I would say, one, marketing, and two, caloric dense foods, because high caloric dense foods spike our dopamine, and that dopamine is that feel-good neurotransmitter. And so if we feel good from eating high caloric dense food, we want to eat more of it. And since that caloric dense food is not nutritious, our body is tricked into saying, I didn't get the nutrients I need, so you have to eat more. And so it's a vicious circle. The other reason why we get fat is because we're not moving. We're a sitting culture these days, worldwide. And the other one is because our mitochondria are not working anymore. So if you burden our mitochondria, which are our fuel-burning cells, then if they can't work, how can we burn fuel? We will only store fuel. Yeah. So that's the biggest problem, I believe, all three of those.
Okay. You have this a little bit special take on vitamins that everyone just shovels down and think they're healthy. And you're saying that we should actually take them until we feel well and then stop taking them. Is that across the board for normal? Well, is there any normal healthy people? But if you just want to be healthy and lose weight, you don't take vitamins all the time, all year long, or what?
No, I don't take vitamins all day long. I believe that vitamin, let's rephrase it a little bit, supplements.
Yes.
So supplements are nutrients, and if you look at the dictionary of what supplement means, it's to add or to enhance. So I believe a supplement is to add and enhance, and once we add the nutrients that we need for our patient who are sick, or ourselves in order to optimize our health so we can run better or think better, then, or improve our skin or our mood. And if our mood is healthy or our skin is healthy or we ran faster, then we stop for that moment. And I don't take a multivitamin every day. I tune into how I'm feeling. Like, for example, today, I did not take any nutrients this morning, and I feel great. And the other thing is, if you take too much nutrient, then the body has to process that, and then that gets in the way of other things. And then if you already feel good, then why take something? Why spend the money in doing so? So I think supplements need to be pulsed, and once you feel good, then we should stop.
Even if you have bad genes, you're saying that?
If you have bad genes, then you need to evaluate your lifestyle, diet, and the environment, and utilize food and mindset to do those things, because I think that is more powerful. When I go on vacation, the only nutrients I take are glutathione for the airplane and electrolytes for when I'm exercising, and maybe something if I get, stomach upset, but that's it. I don't even take any vitamins with me when I travel.
Okay, last question, I promise. No, what was it, the last one? Yeah, the 3 things you would like people to do. What's the 3 things that you can do right now to get better? Because I saw you on stage, bare feet and breathing.
Yeah. The 3 best things people can do is 1, get adequate sleep. 2 is to breathe appropriately, and if you don't know how to breathe appropriately, learn. And the 3rd is to decrease your stress through physical activity, having good company around you, do things that you love, do work that you love, and go on vacation.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.